Welcome to the Askglynos Show, and today I'm going to be talking about content marketing and what that means in 2019. Stick around. As I said, I'll be talking about content marketing and what does that actually mean for your business in 2019. The sort of, I think many small businesses are facing is, I got to produce content, but I just don't know how. I don't know what to write about. I don't know who's going to be doing it, me or someone else. So let me first address, if you're a small business, let me first tackle some of the common problems that we get from potential clients. Finding out that you're going to be creating a lot of content when people first talk to us, it can be so daunting and it scares them a lot of the time. But if you're passionate about your business, if you're passionate about what you do, then creating content should be easier than, let's say, if you don't like what you do, obviously, right? Today in 2019, the ticket to start competing in the business, to get in the club, to get seen is on the bedrock of content. It's the foundation, and it underpins SEO and it underpins social media. So two biggest industries within marketing itself is SEO, what people search for on Google, and how people find, engage, and interact with businesses on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. I think social media and SEO are the two biggest mediums on marketing in general, not just online, and they're underpinned by content marketing. Your success on these platforms will be largely due to the content that you produce. Now, which direction are we heading? We're going to only be heading into a more of a content-driven, content-heavy, content-demanding environment and climate that it's basically just going to get harder and harder if your business is not producing content, that you're going to be slowly become, in my opinion, well, definitely, I was going to say irrelevant, but definitely finding it harder to compete. But that also means that there's a great opportunity, and creating content around what you love should be something that you could do naturally anyway. And we'll get into the techniques in a little bit later on. The common issue I get is, but Andrew, I'm not a writer and you want me to blog, or Andrew, I'm not really good in front of camera and you want me to vlog. Andrew, I don't think I can do this and I don't think I can do that. And let's just say this client's Margaret, right? I'm just going to use Margaret, right? Margaret, the client, potential client, is struggling to find finding a way to actually build content. And once you have to explain the essence of why you have to do it, the importance, and once I actually spend time, like last month, and a few in particular, it was even months like before that, I was on the phone to clients and I was spending hours with them that they never really signed up. They were small businesses and they telling me, look, I just want to find out information. We just need help. They would tell, once they actually had that conversation with me, they felt inspired to create content. They felt, now I understand why it's so important. Now I understand what Andrew's actually saying. And that, ideas and suggestions. So that's why I'm doing more and more of this, because I don't think I can do enough of these videos built around content marketing. And for small businesses to grow, and I think I mentioned this in one of my quotes I put up on Instagram. Content marketing is going to both be what's the right word now for 2019? It's either going to be a huge detriment to your business or a huge opportunity, depending upon what you do with it. And building content obviously is so important, but again, you want to focus on quality. And a lot of the time, people think, I'll just build content around anything and do whatever I think everyone else wants. And a lot of the time, small businesses, they're writing content, they're writing content, or they're producing content where it's just sell, 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 without any real regard to the audience on the other end and how much value they're going to get out of it. And that's what gets my goat. If there's anything that gets my goat in marketing, it's seeing businesses constantly produce content just to promote themselves only. Right, we're awesome, call us. And I just don't think that's a great way to engage in 2019. And I think now with more and more content being uploaded to the web, we don't need just more and more content about sale, sale, sale. And then you've got competitors that are producing content that are educating, they're entertaining, they're showing off their expertise of how great they are at what they do. They're selling without call us and here's our number and blah, 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 blah. They're selling through their own expertise. And therefore, those companies that are just going to sell, sell, sell are just going to get left behind. People are becoming desensitized to a lot of those sales-focused ads. And look, there's a time and place. If you're a product-based business, there's a time and place to run ads around products. But if that's all you're doing, and if that's the only focus, not engaging with the audience, not someone comments on your blog, you're not responding to it, and you're only promoting, pushing that content, I think that's the fastest way to basically lose. We're getting very, very savvy as a digital user. And we know we can smell, like when something's not 100% right, we can either smell a complete and total scam, or we get these feelings towards businesses that I really think that their interest is just making money. And so I think if the audience and your audience start to feel that way, and the reach and the people you're trying to grab feel that way, well, they're not really going to interact and engage with your brand. And look, unless you're the only business in your industry with relative demand, you can't do that. You can't do that. You have to build your brand through content, and this applies to small, to medium, to large. You have to be building content that builds brand, trust, credibility, and just markets yourself as an influencer without saying, we want our business to be an influencer. We want our business to be, a trustworthy business. You have to produce the content. I did a video, and I'll link it in the description if you're watching on YouTube, where I actually give a flat-out technique on the whiteboard of how to find examples of great content, ideas, and suggestions. When I get small businesses ringing me up, I want to give them the takeaway. I want them to take something actionable, take it and run with it. And one of the suggestions that I've recommended to them, and they love it, and something that's really practical and they can start doing as soon as they get off the phone with me, is going to Google and typing in, let's say they're a plumber, how to clean, enter, and get some tips, right? How to clean, drain, press enter, and you'll get exactly what Google is telling you people are asking. Or how to clean a granite benchtop, or kitchen tips cleaning, press enter, and you'll get people's questions they're asking. And building your content that answers a question is a great way to produce high quality content for 2019. As well as, and there's a lot more to this, optimizing for voice search, right? Thinking about 2020, right? Thinking about 2021. Building content that Google will pick up in a box where someone says, hey Google, how do I clean a granite benchtop? And it's going to spit back results to you based upon their algorithm, obviously, but whoever ranks first naturally through their web results, there's a good chance that your content will be delivered to someone sitting in their kitchen wondering, how do I clean this bench top? Sitting in the kitchen, whatever, like standing in the kitchen. And so, that's a great, and I'll link that, I'll put that in the description, because that was a really awesome video, how to find what people are searching for on Google. And starting with that as a good content strategy. And you can use that strategy and deploy it into YouTube. You can see, by typing in how to, and then around your industry. If you're a lawyer, how much content people are asking for. Should I sign an NDA or tips to around privacy and things like that. There's so much content on YouTube that people are searching for. On Google, people are searching for. On Bing, people are searching for. And you can actually use that and build and create a piece of content that you can build a blog around and an article around. You merge the two, and that's going to increase your visibility on YouTube, because your video's on YouTube. It's going to increase your visibility in the search results because your video will be ranking, and also potentially your article. And Google will understand more about your video because it's around the context of text, and it can understand, obviously, text a lot clearer than a video. Can still do a pretty good job with video, but I just went down on my chair. You can still do a pretty good job on video, but obviously, text is text. So, what is the takeaway today? And that is, start to think about really important content that is going to be important for your audience. Content that your audience is going to find valuable. Because here's the big problem with a lot of content creators and content businesses are creating. They're thinking about themselves and what they think is great content, not what their audience thinks is going to be great content, not what potential customers will find to be great content. So start thinking, number one, around content that your audience wants, what your audience will demand. And then once you post and build content, run some ads on Facebook and Instagram, run some ads on Google AdWords, send traffic to your blog and see how people are interacting with it. Because the one thing that the web does not need is more content, more of the same thing. So when you are going to write a piece of content and you've done the research, you want to build great content, your audience is asking for, have a look around of what businesses are already doing, and obviously take note of what's working and what's not, but try to offer something unique. We all have our own experiences, we all have our own perspectives, we all have our own opinions. Try to build content around your unique business or your own unique perspective. Because what Google is looking for, and what the audience, and the reason that Google is looking for something unique is because the people want something unique. They don't need to see 10 articles of the same way to clean a granite bench top. They want 3 tips from one cleaner, they want 3 tips from another cleaner, and they're going to want to obviously display different tips, and then obviously work out which tips are overall better to their audience. And what you need to work out is what's the best tips that you can sort of provide in your own unique way. And even if you sort of have 1 or 2 suggestions that are the same as, let's say, a competitor or another blog, perhaps you can go into detail about why that particular way to clean a granite bench top, clean an oven, clean a shower, clean tiles, clean grout, and why exactly does this method actually work? So you're giving the tip, and you're extrapolating and going a little bit further and saying, this is why this works. And just think of ways to bring unique value to that article. So guys, that's it for today. If you've got any questions, please let me know below. And whether you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, IGTV, if you've got any questions, please reach out. I promise you, I will get back to you. Thanks a lot, guys, and have a great day.